iFootage sent me a video tripod, so I turned it into the ultimate astrophotography travel setup. Stick around to see what happens. This is the iFootage Gazelle TC3B paired with the Komodo 360-degree fluid head. iFootage are known for high quality camera support gear, and the brand is based in the UK. This is not a paid placement. I test gear under the stars and I'll keep what works. And then I really explain why it worked for me so you guys can make a choice what fits in your own kit. Now inside this case, you'll find the TC3B Gazelle carbon fibre tripod, the Komodo fluid head, and a levelling bowl that's already built into the tripod. The padded carrying bag is really quite cool and higher quality than some of the other tripod carry bags I have got. It also has an Arca Swiss compatible quick release plate. The plate has a fore-aft adjustment so you can balance your camera right over the top of the tripod. When I unbox a tripod, I check for three things. The locks should engage with a confident click, the apex should feel solid when I twist it, and the folded length should make sense for my day pack. Now this one ticks those three boxes. Now if dark sky tests, reviews, or Nightscape adventures are your kind of thing, then please consider subscribing to the channel. I share honest reviews and practical Nightscape tutorials that you can use on your own Nightscape journeys. So here are some specs that you're probably going to want to see. But rather than me read out the full list to you and boring you, I'll throw up all the specs on the screen now for you to take a simple shot with your phone or something for future reference. But what really matters about this tripod is that you have a full real working height out of such a low tripod to start with. It has a really low folded length so it fits into your day pack or backpack. So it's not a tripod you'll leave at home, it's a tripod that you will take on many trips. If you're weight restricted and you want to do a hiking trip or go on an aeroplane, this tripod is definitely good for that. Now that's enough of the indoor talk. Now let's head out in the field and test this sexy little tripod out under the stars, because after all, this is an astrophotography channel. So let's get going and head out in the field. As you can see, we're out under the stars, so this is what this channel is all about, astrophotography. So what a beautiful place and perfect scene to test this tripod out. And before we get into it, you're probably thinking, all right, Clarky, you've lost your mind because that's a video head and that's not for astrophotography. But if you hang around, I'll show you how to convert this tripod to an astro tripod in a couple of minutes, so stick around for that. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is these beautiful little cam locks they've got on each leg. So there's 4 locks, and I can actually get my hands in underneath the latches and pull them all out in one swift, easy movement. And the tripod, because it's carbon fibre, actually glides out really easily. It doesn't feel gritty or grindy, so I do like the feel of that. And if you've got tripods with the old threaded locks, you'll find that when you do put your tripod down and you've got all your legs out, sometimes you miss one and you put your camera and tripod down and it will sink and go down to one side. So it happens to me a lot. But with this tripod, everything is very visual, so you can actually see when everything is locked off really easily. So I do like that. And this is honestly my first tripod with this kind of lock, and I do really like it. As promised, I was going to show you how this tripod converts into an astro beast. So it's as simple as replacing the fluid head with this low profile ball head that most of you will already have in your kit. So when you're undoing the ball head, it's like any other tripod that exposes a nice 3/8 thread on top of well, in this case, this one's got a level bowl. We can then put the ball head on top of the tripod, and there we go. We have a beautiful little astrophotography tripod that is super heavy duty, lightweight, and easy to cart around. Now, another thing that makes this tripod an awesome astrophotography tripod is the built-in level head that we talked about before. When we set the tripod up, the ground isn't always nice and level, but with this we can always turn it around and watch the level bubble and get the tripod head nice and level for a star tracker or something like that. Or if you like to just shoot with your camera nice and level, this makes it really easy in the dark. So that is also another beautiful thing about this tripod. Now, talk about these spikes that are built into the rubber feet here. If you wind your rubber feet up, it will actually bring the spike out of the rubber foot, which is absolutely awesome. Now, if I'm on hard ground like granite or rock or timber, I'll tend to stick to the rubber. But if I'm in dirt or grass and the wind comes up a little bit, I'll wind those spikes out and they'll bite into the ground and give me a beautiful, stable base for the camera to sit on. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is how low this tripod can go. And why do we want to go low with a tripod? And that's quite simple. We could be framing up a really creative low frame shot, so we want to get down low to something like a tractor or even rocks like this. We can get down low. And this tripod makes it really easy with these latches here. You can just pull the latch down and flick the leg right up, like that. And then we can plant our camera down on the ground and we can run a time lapse, get the stars in the Milky Way in the background, and we don't have to worry about wind coming up and wrecking our shots. Another good reason for shooting nice and low is when we're doing time lapses, we tend to leave our cameras behind. I know I do. I can be up to 500 meters to 1 kilometer away from my camera at any one time, so keeping it nice and low, out of sight and out of mind, is always good. So it's absolutely brilliant for that. Now, what's a tripod review without comparing it to another tripod? So what I have here is my super expensive Leo Photo Athena that I purchased a while back, and you can clearly see the differences between the two tripods. The TC3B actually gets up to a very similar height as my Athena, but look at the differences. You can really sort of see how much lower the TC3B sits to my Athena Leo Photo tripod. But throwing these in a backpack is another thing. So my TC3B really fits nicely in my backpack. It sits nice and flat against the back panel of the backpack, where my Leo Photo is more of a medieval weapon that swings around on the back of my backpack. So it's quite big and bulky. The biggest workflow differences is the leveling base that's built into the Gazelle. All I have to do is level the bowl once and my tripod is nice and level. With the Athena, there is no leveling base at all. So I'm playing around with my leg locks and adjusting, and I usually go too far one way, too far the other way, and it's a bit of a nightmare. But the Gazelle is really good and quick and easy to get the tripod level. Now, price and value in Australia, mind you, for these two tripods for local context, my Leo Photo Athena sits around about $860, and this iFootage Gazelle TC3B is approximately 480 Australian dollars. Now, prices do move a little bit, so treat those as an approximate. And I'll change the update in my description if I find the prices to be a little bit different. The gap is meaningful if you're building a Nightscape kit, so choose carefully. In a sense, I almost regret spending $860 on this tripod when this little tripod does everything I need it to do. Now, just as a side note, if you do require a thicker tripod like this one here, check out the rest of the iFootage range. So they do have some bigger tripods that can hold bigger payloads. There is also another version of this tripod that's the aluminium tripod, which is the TC3B. It's a little bit heavier, but it's also a little bit more capable when it comes to a payload. So check out that. It's also cheaper again than this tripod here. If you need even more support for larger glass or even heavier star trackers, then do again check out the iFootage range of bigger tripods. If you want more step-by-step night workflows and straightforward, honest gear talk, then I'd love to have you as a subscriber on my channel. Here is the final verdict for the iFootage TC3 Gazelle tripod. For astrophotography and travel, this little Gazelle has certainly earned its place in my kit. With the easy leveling system, I can level off once and stop touching legs in the dark, and with the leveling bowl, it makes leveling the tripod easy at night time. I can run videos with the 360-degree fluid head and then convert it back to astro mode with putting on a simple ball head. It's super heavy duty, but still light enough not to talk myself out of taking it with me on long walks or travel. And the mounting is super universal, so whatever I'm running that night, it just goes on with ease. So here's the question. Is this the best astrophotography tripod for how I work? Well, yes, it's pretty close for me. With the built-in leveling bowl and the no center column, it just ticks all the boxes for me for a travel tripod. Will I still use my bigger tripod? Absolutely, when I'm using the bigger mounts and the bigger star tracker. But for travel and my small star tracker, this tripod is definitely going to meet all of my needs. And like I mentioned, if you're running a bigger star tracker and equatorial mounts, then you're going to probably have to step up your class when it comes to this tripod to the bigger iFootage tripods in their range. But for hiking, weeknights and keeping your pack weight at a sensible weight, this tripod certainly makes a lot of sense. And then tell me in the comments, would you leave your camera behind for a low time lapse while you're shooting another scene? Or would you stay close to your camera so you can at least see it? Now, I read all the comments. Let me know. I'll be interested to know what you do when you're shooting your time lapses. But anyway, guys, thanks very much for getting this far throughout the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Clear skies to everyone. See you in the next video.